Hi, so today we started the make with a rectangular piece of MDF, the Made by Marley words "Hey" and one of those metal cheap signs that you get that has cake things on the back. It's got a little bit of residue around the edges, so I'm going to spray those white, the board black and the words "Hey" white. So there's the board, the metal touched up, the black MDF all sprayed black, and the words "Hey" are white. I'm sorry about my paint and blanket, it's a night mess. And now I'm attempting to show you me spraying these and filming it at the same time without being lazy and putting my camera on the tripod. It doesn't really work, but you get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm spraying them black. There they are, sprayed black again. So everything's been drying outside. All the little bottle tops, they're all dry. This metal cake sign had like a kind of, where they've put the print on, had a residue around the edges, so I gave that another spray of white just to make it whiter. The black board's dry and these are my white letters. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to faux enamel this little metal churn, which I just happen to have. And I've got some of these questionable sort of stick-on flowers which I'm going to paint white, and I'm going to glue those inside the bottle tops. And then we're going to attach some magnets. I bought these magnets ages ago. I got them off Amazon, but they weren't expensive, so some magnets to go on the back of these for our magnet board. And so let's get on and do that. I am painting those little acrylic flowers with white chalk paint. I've left them on the sticky backing so they're easier to paint, and I'll need the sticky backing to stick them into the bottle tops. So what I'm doing next is I'm watering down some chalk paint to make a smooth finish, and I'm going to paint that little galvanised milk churn. I could have sprayed it white, but my spray paint gets very sticky, and I wanted a kind of more of a sort of kind of farmhousey sort of milk churn, so it's going to take a few coats of the watered down mixture, but I think I'm going to like it probably better. So I'm painting the bottom, and the little faux succulent is going to stick in there, so that's it. Had that coat, and I'm giving the little acrylic flowers a second coat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start gluing the magnets to the bottom of the bottle caps. Now that was entertaining because they just kept wanting to work towards the caps, and each time I picked them up, they keep them far away from each other when you do this. So I hope you can see it, but I've brought my board in and it's completely dry, and I'm just about to glue down my hay and my metal board with my little magnets on it. So I had to end up sticking it to the board because they just wouldn't stop sticking to each other. So I'm just going to glue this down, the hay word, with hot glue. So I'll bring it like this so the camera angle is good. I'm using extra hot, my glue gun on an extra hot setting, so we shouldn't need too much glue on it. As per usual, just ran out of glue sticks. It's always when you're in camera, you've always got plenty of glue when you're not doing it. Just put a bit more in there just to make sure it's got plenty. I'll just stand up so I can get it about right. What I did do off camera was I sanded back each one of the edges, made it kind of shabby. Now because I had that turquoisey green, it's came up kind of green, but that's okay because when we put our succulent in, it's all gonna kind of tie together, or so I hope. I'm just hoping these are straight. I'll get all the little glue gun strands later on with a hairdryer. try not to touch it because I've got powdery hands from when I was sanding it. I'll get a rough brush. So that's got rid of the glue gun strands off of it. So that's our word "he" on it, and now we're just going to glue down the magnet board, and I'm just going to cover the whole thing in hot glue. Just be careful because metal heats up with the hot glue, so you don't want to get burnt either. Flip it round and make sure that your positioning is relatively straight. Whether I should keep some of those magnets on the corners or not. So I'm just making sure that it's all stuck down. And there it is. Now you're going to get a full shot of this. I'm still waiting for this to dry, so I'll be back once this has had a few more coats and we'll work out where this is going to go. So the chalk paint, not chalk pot. The chalk paint is dry on the little milk churn now, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of a faux enamel look with a Sharpie. I've put a little black spot in the middle of each one of the flowers to finish those off, and the next thing I was thinking of is I'm kind of floating the idea with myself of putting some rope around the edges of this board. I'm not sure whether it's adding anything or not. I think I probably won't. I think it doesn't need it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the top with a black Sharpie pen just to make it look faux enamel, and then we'll be back because I'll show you how to attach this with the magnet, and then we'll put the hanging hardware on the back, and then we'll probably be done. So we're going to stick the magnets on here. Spreading this out a little bit so that it's more open in this little pot, and I'm just going to kind of glue a couple of the side bits just to hold it together, just a tiny little bit of glue. And I think I'm going to stick that out here. I'm going to give you a full shot of it. That's where I'm going to, I mean, you can stick it any way you want, but I think that's where I'm going to put it. So I'm going to go and stage this out and show you what we've done. So here it is, all finished and staged out. I've been Leo from Made by Marley, and if you want to make more home crafts, then please subscribe and feel free to share it with any of your crafty friends. I look forward to seeing you again.